Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is an anonymous MPSC aspirant. In the last video, we decoded the new MPSC Mains descriptive pattern with the in-depth analysis of new syllabus and statistical overview of PYQs. In this video, we'll go through the actual PYQs of various exams to predict the level of MPSC questions in an upcoming exam. If you want to go somewhere, you will need the address of that place. But merely knowing the address doesn't work, does it? So we try to plot that address on a map to get there. Similarly, for us, the syllabus is like an address, but the previous year questions, the PYQs, are a map. So in this video, we'll try to predict the level of MPSC questions in the upcoming exam using the PYQs of UPSC as well as other state PCS exams that have a similar syllabus to that of UPSC and the new MPSC descriptive pattern. So like I mentioned in the last video, MPSC had descriptive pattern back in the days till 2011, but that syllabus was quite different to this current one. So we'll go through other states, like as I said, Jammu Kashmir, Odisha and Uttar Pradesh to gauge the level of PCS questions that could reflect in the MPSC. First of all, we'll go through this 2011. That was the last time MPSC had descriptive pattern. In this exam, they had two GS papers. You can see this is the GS1 paper. Section A is about history, and you can see how they asked the questions on history. And it was like history with special reference to Maharashtra. So you can expect same level of questions, if not at least the topics of. So discuss the cultural. So this first question, discuss the cultural achievements of Yadavas. Now Yadavas is all about Maharashtra, Devgiri Yadav. So this is again Maharashtra question. Educational policy of Elphinstone. Elphinstone was in Bombay province. Okay, he was a governor of Bombay province. So they asked educational policy of Elphinstone. Then rural social condition of Maratha age. This again Maratha age, like from Shivaji Maharaj to till the Bajirao, or you can say till the 1818. So they asked about rural social condition of Maratha age. Then social impact of British policy. This is again modern India question. Explain the causes of revolt of 1857. Very basic question. Now they won't go to this level. We'll see that, but just look at the questions. Social reforms of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, and then event responsible for the establishment of Indian National Congress. Then here again Maharashtra question. Discuss the Sanyukta Maharashtra movement. Then contribution of Yashwantrao Chavan, first CM of Maharashtra. Then Sari in Maharashtra. So these are two markers. Sari in Maharashtra, Shivaji Maharaj. So this is about history. So you can expect these such questions, like at least these topics now. Moving ahead, section B. Here is geography, and there are, you can see, major landforms of Konkan coast. But before that, let's see how MPSC used to ask in that old descriptive pattern. Here is the GS1 of that old pattern, 2011 question paper, GS1, and in that the first section, section A, is history. Look at the question. Discuss the cultural achievements of Yadavas. So this is about Maharashtra. I have highlighted Maharashtra related questions here because that is the main concern here. Educational policy of Elphinstone. Again, this is Maharashtra question. Rural social condition of Maratha age. Then social impact of British policies. Yeah, this is modern India question. Explain the causes of revolt of 1857. Then social reforms of Ambedkar. Write the event responsible for the establishment of National Congress. Then causes of the emergence of Muslim League. Discuss Sanyukta Maharashtra movement. Again Maharashtra question. Discuss contribution of Yashwantrao Chavan, first CM of Maharashtra. Maharashtra related question. Then these are like two markers. Sadi in Maharashtra from ancient times, Shivaji Maharaj. Then first Marathi picture. Look at this. So you can gauge what kind of questions they can ask. At least the topics are important here. This is Cultural achievement of Yadavans means this is ancient or you can say medieval Maharashtra. So they will definitely go through these topics. Elphinstone, you can say modern Maharashtra. So, and here rural condition of Maratha is, yeah, this is medieval time Maharashtra, but they are asking social structure or social condition. And these types of question, even UPSC asked these type of question. I think last year they asked about Pallavas of Kanchi and something like that. There was a question on social structure. It's medieval society, how medieval society was. So here they have asked it's about Maharashtra. Social impact of British policy, that is different thing. Then again here Sanyukta Maharashtra movement. Yes, post-independence Maharashtra. Contribution of Yashwantrao Chavan. Again, post-independence Maharashtra. So this how, and Sadi in Maharashtra maybe like heritage. They can ask Shivaji Maharaj, and then there are a lot of topics like that. So next is geography. See, in geography, write a brief note on geographical location of Indian islands. Again, geography of India. Describe major landforms of Konkan coast. Again, Maharashtra geography. Major landforms of Konkan coast. Straightforward question. Describe. Okay. Then explain with proper reasons why deltas are formed on the eastern coast of India. Why? So it is again Indian geography. Variability of rainfall in Maharashtra. Yes. Again Maharashtra question. Variability of rainfall. Drought prone zones of Maharashtra. What is the seasonal migration of human population, and discuss its problems with suitable examples from drought prone zones of Maharashtra. Then the next topic, yes, geography. From the last decade, slums are growing very fast in various tehsil level towns of Maharashtra. Again Maharashtra question. Give your comment. Now give your comment. Okay, kind of very recent question. Mineral and energy resources areas of Maharashtra. List. Then define the term tourism. Evaluate role of coastal zones in development of tourism in Maharashtra. Highest peak in Sahyadri, that 2 markers. Very objective type of question. Agroclimatic zones of Maharashtra. Droughts in Maharashtra. Define the term drought and list various problems of droughts in Maharashtra. What do you mean by erosion of soil? Major problems of soil erosion in Maharashtra again. What are the characteristics of tropical deciduous vegetation? Write a brief note on sanctuaries in Maharashtra. Explain the need of agroforestry in the context of Maharashtra. So a lot of questions on Maharashtra. But that syllabus was different. That syllabus, like, it was geography of India with reference to Maharashtra. And you can see around 80 to 90% questions are on Maharashtra. That may not be the pattern in next descriptive mains, but we need to go through these at least to try to understand what they asked. Here, section C about polity. Now, polity, they have with special reference to Maharashtra, but there is no Maharashtra related question. They just asked, explain the features of Indian Constitution as mentioned, following points: parliamentary structure, federal and unitary government, socialism, secularism. These 2 points you can see we have in this current syllabus in society, right? Elucidate the composition and function of EC, Election Commission of India. Discuss the emergency powers of Indian President. Explain differences between fundamental rights and DPSPs. Again, great question. Explain the characteristics of Indian party system. Discuss the problems for free and fair elections and state the electoral reforms. Polity questions are very straightforward because we know the polity is like that even in UPSC. Discuss the powers of Indian Prime Minister, then functions of Lok Sabha. These are 2 markers, so very objective questions. Jurisdiction of Supreme Court, utility of Legislative Council. This is good question because this was asked in recent, I think, Uttar Pradesh or Jammu Kashmir PCS exam. They ask this utility of legislative council. 73rd and 74th amendment. Okay, significance. Then regional imbalance is the topic in this current pattern as well. Briefs, state in brief, its effect on Indian democracy. Right in brief, causes of conflict between center-state relations. Then section D is about HRD. It is of no use in this current pattern, but earlier there was HRD even in objective pattern. The same syllabus is here of that HRD, but few questions I saw can be useful. Problems related to healthcare in Maharashtra. This. Then Panchayat Raj system empowered in Maharashtra. How is Panchayat Raj empowered in Maharashtra? Then which financial institutions are involved in rural development in Maharashtra? Then state the various rural employment schemes implemented in Maharashtra. State the role of land reforms in rural development. The land reform, we have that topic in paper 3, right? GS3. Major infrastructure related development factors for rural development. Rural development is again a good, important topic. Then section E, it was like human resource, HR. So discuss in detail fundamental rights in Indian constitution, because rights. Explain the impact of globalization on Indian agriculture. Straightforward questions. This is not of any importance for us. Consumer Protection Act, no. Welfare schemes for disabled, no. Then go to second paper. Now we saw history, geography, and polity. Economy is there, but before that, see, this is again paper 2, GS2, IR. Now this is important because they can ask similar questions. Explain the objectives and determinants of determinant factors of foreign policy. Here we have this topic, determinant of foreign policy of India. I think that in PSIR. Okay, comment upon India's stand on NPT, CTBT. A slightly old questions. You can see these things, NPT and CTBT. These were in news in 2010s, and you can expect because this paper is from 2011. Regionalism is a challenge before Indian politics. Discuss role of caste in Indian politics. Again, this is good question. Objectives of ASEAN, functions of UNESCO, 2 markers. Powers functions of General Assembly, composition of ICJ, Commonwealth of Nations. IR questions. Explain role of ILO, objectives of WHO. So this is about IR. They can ask similar questions. Now this section be important, economy. But I saw no question on Maharashtra directly. State their performance and problems, small scale and cottage industries in Indian economy. What are the ingredients of regional imbalances in India? Again repeated from I think polity. Discuss the main policies adopted by government to reduce regional imbalance. Regional imbalance is very important point in this new pattern as well. Explain in brief main features of new foreign trade policy of India. Limitations of economic reforms in India. Discuss. Then 2 markers. We don't have 2 markers, but you can see these topics: sources of revenue of state governments, non-development expenditure, internal debt of central government, sources, then themes of new fiscal policy, consequences of deficit financing, zero-based budget, principal indirect taxes in India. Then next is natural resource development. So this is not any importance, this NRD, but here they have asked few agri-related questions. Rain-fed farming, problems and suggest measures. Then Operation Flood Program, White Revolution, low productivity of horticulture crops. We have this topic in paper 3, GS3, agroforestry. Then second green revolution, food security. Okay, midday meal scheme, older scheme, but And then features food grain storage, sustainable agriculture. So these questions, maybe these topics at least, can be important for next exam. So section D again, science tech. Now this section is important, but syllabus was very different, because this syllabus exactly like that of objective pattern science tech, paper 4, GS4 science tech. But you can see the questions are of descriptive pattern with the help of suitable examples, explain conventional and non-conventional sources of energy, then importance of water as resource, national water policy, 4 objectives of INSAT system, explain the satellite in weather, explain the use of satellite in weather monitoring and forecasting, emergence of computer and its role in today's life, what is biodiversity. This is again important topic because this is in paper 3, explain genetic diversity, ecosystem diversity. You see one thing, what is biodiversity? They have asked very straightforward questions, and this is, you can see it was 2011 level, so you can expect that time they used to ask these questions. But will they repeat these types of questions? We'll see that in other state PCS exams, how they ask questions of this current UPSC pattern. Then what is biotechnology? How biotechnology helped in advancing living standard of the present man. Then 2 markers are there. Earth's atmosphere, major gases. Okay, different zones of Earth's atmosphere, straightforward questions. Then define sea waves. So this is how they used to ask questions in that old pattern. Our concern was like Maharashtra history and Maharashtra geography that they could ask in this upcoming mains exam. So now you got how they used to ask questions in 2011, but now you will see how they can ask questions in 2025 mains exam using other state PCS PYQs. So as I mentioned in the last video, numerous states have descriptive pattern like UPSC, but 3 states that stand apart: Jammu Kashmir, Odisha and Uttar Pradesh. They have exact similar syllabus like UPSC. So it's very important for us to go through questions of these state PCS exams to predict what kind of questions MPSC may ask in upcoming mains. So see, Indian heritage, culture, history, geography of world and society. This is recent mains paper of Jammu Kashmir GS1. See, the syllabus is same like UPSC, but questions, our main intention is to see how they ask questions on state, like state related questions on history, geography or polity, economy, like that. So see, here you can go through these questions. Other questions like short essay on purusharthas, then a short note on significance of Dholavira World Heritage Site. These questions you can go through, but our main concern is state related question. See, write a short essay on Nila Mata Puran. This is Jammu Kashmir state related question. Then significance and concerns regarding lithium discovery in UT of Jammu and Kashmir. Again, this is Jammu Kashmir state related question in geography. Shankaracharya Temple of Kashmir. Again, history of Jammu Kashmir. Kashmir Sufi tradition, special reference to Sheikh Nuruddin Nurani. So, again, Jammu Kashmir related question. Explain the impact of Anglo-Sikh wars on Jammu Kashmir. Again, history related question, but Jammu Kashmir history. First paper you can see there are 5 questions they have asked out of 20 on Jammu Kashmir's state related subjects like history and geography of Jammu Kashmir. In second paper, in polity, you can see the syllabus is same: governance, constitution, polity, social justice and IR. You can go through these questions later, similar to UPSC, but as I said, these questions are in difficulty one level below UPSC. So MPSC will definitely go to this level, and these are by no means easy questions. So you can see critically analyze. They have asked discuss, critically analyze, then examine. They have again, do you think, opinion based question. Do you think India and Middle East Europe economic corridor will be a passage of possibilities? Opinion based question. Indo Pacific. These questions are there, you can go through, but in my point is in GS2 they don't have anything like Jammu Kashmir's local questions. Even on local self government, there are no questions. But in MPSC you can expect. And yes, Uttar Pradesh has done this. We'll see that later on. So this is GS2. See, exact same syllabus of UPSC, but questions are one level below UPSC. Then GS3. This is GS3. Here you can see again the syllabus same: technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security, and disaster management. Describe how IoT is helpful for India's smart city mission. Similar lines you can expect in MPSC. So there is no question on Jammu Kashmir. Paper for ethics. So this is ethics. You can see yes, 1, 2. You can see yes, 13 theory questions, 10 markers, and then section B, 12 case studies. C, similar to UPSC. Identify stakeholder approach, right? Ethical issues involved. Identify emotional, behavioral, socio-economic variables. Suggest measures to control this serious problem in our country. Okay, so these case studies are there. 6 case studies and 13 theory points. Then essay. This is again very important because UPSC has got a tendency to ask philosophical, psychological essays since 2019 till 2018. Essay questions and even GS questions were straightforward from syllabus, but after 2019, since 2019, you can see they have asked so many philosophical questions, philosophical essays. Here, same, two essays, 1,000 to 1,200 words each, one from each section. We are not just consumers of good governance, we must be active participants, co creators of shaping a better future. Nothing so weakens a government as inflation. Scarcity breeds both revolution and crime. Okay. Then no nation was ever ruined by trade. We have one asset, and that's people. We share a commonality in the earth we inhabit. Important for our MPSC because similar questions can reflect. Then we next is Odisha. Now Odisha has some peculiar thing here. They have 300 words questions and then 250 words questions. So paper structure is different, but syllabus is like UPSC same. Here again, you can go through other questions, but we'll see state-related questions. What were the causes and consequences of Odisha famine of 1866? See, history of Odisha, and then British policy, and then agriculture in India. Okay, so Odisha related question. Then slum inclusive development. So discuss UPSC like questions. Outline the significance of Bhitarkanika National Park. This is in Odisha geography environment, like that significance they have asked. So Odisha geography. Then throw light on the role of Jai Rajaguru and Bakshi Jagabandhu. Now these two freedom fighters were from Odisha, so they have asked. So similar line, they can ask on Maharashtra freedom fighters, right? They can ask questions. MPSC can ask question on Maharashtra freedom fighters. Even here, you can expect national park from Maharashtra. Okay, then You can go through the what is secularism. See, straightforward question. This is in society. They have this point in syllabus, secularism, and they have asked what is secularism, in what ways it is compatible with the multicultural, multi-religious ethos practiced by India and across the ages. We have secularism, so we'll have to go through Western concept of secularism as well as Indian concept, and they have asked here about Indian concept. Discuss disaster risk reduction is everybody's business. Discuss with evidences. What are the 5 P's in Sustainable Development Goals? C. Explain briefly. 15 marker. What is precision agriculture? Straightforward questions. What is geoinformatics? Advantages in planning various sectors. Term climate resilience. What is the need for it? See, this was GS1. With Odisha questions, there were few Odisha questions, right? Odisha history and geography. Then GS2. Here you can see, explain the concept of accountability, dimensions of accountability for good governance. Polity questions are there. Examine the background of Sarkaria Commission. Sarkaria Commission, very important point in earlier objective pattern of MPSC Mains. Examine the major recommendations of Sarkaria Commission. You can see these questions can directly reflect in MPSC. Explain Article 35A of Indian Constitution. Article 263. Interstate Council is more advisory than effective. Now, they have not asked straightforward question like what is interstate council, but they have gone one level ahead. More advisory than effective. Comment. Then provision of social justice in Indian Constitution. So you can go through these questions, but what our concern is this. Examine concerns of Odisha state in respect of sharing of Mahanadi water. Yes, river water dispute. Examine the status of Chhattisgarh Odisha Mahanadi water dispute. What is the way forward? So again, this is in polity. Odisha's local polity, state polity. What is social justice? Straightforward. What is the status of women in Indian society? Then constitutional provisions of social justice. Social justice is a topic in GS2, and they have asked these questions because of that. Discuss government's initiatives to make social justice a reality. Then explain democratic decentralization. Okay, 73rd constitutional amendment. We have this topic here in GS2 of Maharashtra syllabus. Local self-government, which is not there in UPSC syllabus. So again, what is freebie? Draw the difference between freebies and welfare. Current related questions are there. Then paper 3, GS3. Again, you can see here, you can investigate the phenomenon of ozone depletion in the stratosphere, but define 7 layers of cybersecurity. What is financial inclusion? Why it is important? So in GS3 there is a one question on Odisha. Odisha is a pioneering state in starting Odisha Millet Mission. Discuss the rationale, objectives and major achievements of program. So they can ask similar question on Maharashtra, right? Then again, see this question. Jawaharlal Nehru termed heavy industries and plants as temples of Mother India. Do you agree? Opinion based and kind of like essay type of question, right? Paper 4. Then ethics. Similar. Explain the major determinants of ethical actions with suitable examples. Integrity is all inclusive. Elaborate. So in ethics, in ethics they have their question. This 4th question. Utkalamani Gopala Bandhu Das was a social reformist who personified morality, tradition, and modernity with emotional intelligence. Explain. This is actually Odisha related question. So they can ask even in ethics, Maharashtra's social reformer or like that. in ethics as well. Okay. Immanuel Kant has given the three formulation of the categorical imperative as the following. When the ethics questions are like similar to UPSC, you can see discuss Aristotle's notion of virtue ethics and how it is conducive to private, organizational, and public transactions. So, ahimsa, okay. So, ethics is similar to UPSC. Obviously, difficulty level will be one level below that of UPSC. Now, the essay. Now, Odisha has asked, they have given 5 essays and you have to write 2 of them. Impact of artificial intelligence on society, challenges and opportunity. You can see this is like UPSC prior to 2018, or you can see 20 till 2018, UPSC 2018, 2013 to 2018. These types of questions they used to ask, not philosophical essays like a current trend of UPSC. Climate change, challenges before the world and strategies for mitigation and adaptation. Straightforward topics, challenges and possibilities passed by the transformation of education in the digital age. Use of social media in public opinion formation and social engineering. Everybody's responsibility is nobody's responsibility. And this is kind of philosophical, but still, it's only one. So straightforward topics of essay. MPSC may follow this trend. Now, the most important, I will say, this is the most important cursor for us for MPSC mains, because the question quality is almost like UPSC. You will see this. You can go through other questions. We'll just go through questions that are peculiar. Write a note on town planning in of Harappan civilization period. Then evaluate the views of Gandhi on Varna system. Write a critical note on foreign policy of Mussolini, the leader of fascism in Italy. Describe the advantages of India being a composite culture society. Critically examine the contribution of major women organizations in contemporary India. Okay, this is the first question on Uttar Pradesh. Divide Uttar Pradesh into major physical regions and describe the geographical features of Bhabar and Tarai regions. Uttar Pradesh state geography. Describe the location of major tourist places of Bundelkhand tourist circuit of UP. Uttar Pradesh geography. Then critically examine impact of West on the field of Indian education. Okay. Discuss the expansion of British rule in India during the Governor Generalship of Lord Wellesley. Okay. Then, what is liberalization? Okay. Critically examine concept of nation and citizenship in context of communalism. Okay, Indian society. Then underline the changes happening gradually in the sources of irrigation in UP. Uttar Pradesh geography. Then, what is reverse migration? What was its impact on economy and social order of Uttar Pradesh during COVID-19? Uttar Pradesh question. So out of these 20, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 questions are there. Even in Jammu Kashmir, there were 5 questions on state-related history and geography. So MPSC will definitely go this way. Okay, you should be ready for this. Like 4 to 5 questions out of 20 in history and geography of MPSC. Okay, so you must be not like, okay, MPSC has copied UPSC syllabus, so let's do UPSC questions. Yes, you can do that, but Maharashtra related history and geography should be done. This is GS2. Now GS2. Then again, explain the concept of judicial activism, evaluate its impact on the relationship of executive and judiciary in India. Explain what president of India cannot become a dictator. So in polity, Article 32 is the soul of Indian Constitution. Explain it in brief. Okay, Ambedkar said this. Article 32 is the soul of Indian Constitution. Explain. Straightforward question. No need to afraid of this descriptive pattern. Uttar Pradesh, examine role of NGOs for the rural development of Uttar Pradesh. Yes, similar question, just change Maharashtra here. Examine the role of NGOs for the rural development in Maharashtra. They can ask. Okay. Then examine the efforts of Uttar Pradesh in attracting multinational companies so as to boost the economy of the state in the wake of labor migration during pandemic. Similar question can be on Maharashtra. Then comment on India America 2+2 ministerial dialogue. So IR question, what is India's diaspora policy? We have seen Indian diaspora is a topic in syllabus and challenges before Indian diaspora. Okay. Then GS2, yes, here. Identify the major pressure groups in Indian politics and examine their role in it. Major pressure groups in Indian politics. They can even ask this question like major pressure groups in Maharashtra politics and examine their role. They can. Evaluate the impact of welfare schemes implemented for the welfare of SCs and STs by Uttar Pradesh government. See, even in this paper, you can see this is polity paper, but still around 3 questions out of 20 are on Uttar Pradesh polity. And even here, they haven't asked anything on 73rd and 74th amendment, which is a local government. Okay, paper 3, GS3, you can see here, syllabus is same, but again, Uttar Pradesh economy. Explain the small scale industries of Uttar Pradesh and discuss its role in the economy of the province. Yes, Uttar Pradesh. What are the causes of low agricultural productivity in India? What is SCNG? Describe its different uses. Challenges of conservation of wildlife. You can go through these questions. Our concern is only state-based questions. Explain the welfare schemes of Uttar Pradesh government and its role. Again. Then what is meant by line of poverty line? Actually, poverty line, I explain the poverty elevation programs of India. Straightforward questions. Objectives of national manufacturing policy, critically examine Make in India and Startup India. So even in third paper, economy, they have asked 2 questions on Uttar Pradesh economy. And then GS4, you can see here in ethics, discuss the role of family, society, educational institutions in inculcating values. Role of right to information for transparency in governance. So in ethics, their structure is slightly different, but they ask similar question to UPSC. What is probity? Explain clearly the philosophical basis of probity in governance. And then case studies. Case studies are like UPSC. And then the most important essay. How they ask? Here they ask 3 essays. Okay, and 700 words. Each carries 50 marks. That is not of any importance for us. But see, section A, sociality of literature, caste system in 21st century, problem and challenges, election reforms in India, necessity and indispensability, water pollution and Ganga cleanliness, $5 trillion Indian economy, possibilities and challenges, Indian agriculture towards evergreen revolution. See, straightforward topics, huh? Not like UPSC's recent trend. Indo-China relation and SARC politics. IR. If you have PS IR optional, Indo-China relations and SARC politics, you can write a good essay over here. Corona pandemic disaster opportunity. Ayushman Bharat, healthy India. Okay, so this is about essay paper. So this is all about these 3 states. Why these 3 states? You can go through the syllabus of these 3 states. It's exact copy of UPSC, what MPSC has done. So if you want to predict the level of difficulty level of MPSC questions in 2025 exam, you can go through these questions. You should go through each and every question of these state exams. So thank you for now. We'll see you in the next video.